Well, first of all, dude, it's good to see you, man.
Oh, thanks,
How you
man.
been? How you
I've
been?
Good, man. I'm good.
I'm fired up about the album, dude.
Thanks.
What does X stand for? Tell me about that. Is it extra? Is it ex-girlfriend? Is it escape? I mean, what is it?
For me, it was basically celebrating the 10 years that I've been, been able to be successful and consistently do my music. So,
Roman numeral, got it.
Exactly.
In one of your songs, you sing, "I swear to God, I'm moving on."
Yeah.
Moving on from what?
I think in that song X, produced by Diplo, that was one of my favorite ones. When I say that in the record, it's basically like moving on from the old, the old negativity or the old person I was back in the day, whether it be, old habits or, just the bull that I used to put myself in all the time. I think it's just one of those escapes, me being able to just say, hey, you know what? I'm moving on. Like I'm just gonna live my life. I can't live in the past. I have to live in the present and in the future. So I wanted to, do music that defined Chris Brown, the 25-year-old.
Is it the best feeling in the world, Chris, when you walk up in a club, they're playing your song, and everybody's grooving to it?
When I got out of jail, I didn't hear any any radio. So I was just like, okay, I don't know if people like my music, but people was telling me like from phone calls, man, loyal, people love it. And I remember the first time I went to a club and I heard it, and the crowd just went crazy. And I was just sitting in there, and I just was like a fly on the wall, just like, this is amazing. Like, it just felt like me becoming a new artist again.
You mentioned jail, and this album was delayed because of your stint right there for probation violation.
Yeah.
What was that experience like, man?
A humbling experience. It was definitely one of the things I'll never forget. I think for me it's now about what's the purpose and what's the goal that Chris Brown as a person and Chris Brown as an artist is trying to portray. And in me, it's always been positivity, but now it's more of not just speaking it into existence, actually doing it.
I'm sure you had a lot of time to think. You're obviously spending time alone right there. What'd you learn about yourself and where you want to go, Chris?
Well, for me, I just learned that nobody's invincible. Everybody's equal. At the same time, no amount of celebrity status, no amount of how many fans love you, no amount of anything can deter you away from the real if you make a mistake. And nobody's excusable. And I think for me, it just was a humbling experience for me to become a man and mature.
Do you believe in therapy? Do you think it works?
Absolutely, I believe in therapy. I see my therapist twice a week. It's amazing. And I was first like adamant about it. I was like, I don't want to go to therapy. I'm not going to talk to anybody. But as I actually went through it and kept talking, it's actually very therapeutic.
Literally.
Literally. But for me, it was more of an opportunity for me to understand my feelings, and understand what I would deal with in my own life. I just feel like sometimes at a time I didn't know how to put those feelings out there. I didn't know how to say it, or I didn't know how to express myself without it being anger or aggression, because I felt a certain way. But now I think it's more of me being able to, control it and understand it.
Well, you look in good shape, man.
Thank you, man.
You look in good shape. What's the fitness routine like? I know we were talking a little bit of boxing.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's a passion,
I've done boxing for a while, so I'm trying to get back into that. But,
a
lot of dancing, cardio, because I've been doing a lot of videos since I've been out. But when I first got out of jail, I was like, my normal weight is like 180. I was 215 when I got out of jail. After that, I was so conscious. I couldn't even fit my jeans, none of my clothes. I was scared to go out. I was like, man, people gonna see me. I look fat, man. Man, so after a while, I went and played a lot of basketball, a lot of cardio. And then, I did the New Flame video. We rehearsed for that. BET Awards, a couple other shows. So I was just always dancing and trying to get my, my body back in shape.